All right, part two. Who knew talking to the camera would be so therapeutic? Hey, I'm new to this YouTube stuff. I the thought of just putting these simple videos that I put out, the thought ahead of time of what I'm going to speak on and all that. IED, it's rough. Especially if the computer doesn't want to load or something like that. It's really rough. But anyway, back to what I was saying before. I jump around a lot, I'm sorry. Back to what I was saying before. Um, a friend of mine who the doctors say he has all this other stuff. They've even said he's even like bipolar. I'll get into that in a whole later on or in another video. Um, I don't believe I don't believe he's bipolar. He's got IED. Once you're diagnosed and you learn about it, you can learn to control it. These doctors, there's not a lot known about IED because they just think it's an anger issue. It's not. There's something going on up here constantly. My friend, after I was explaining things to him with me, how I deal with and what triggers me and stuff with talking to him and his triggers, I know it's IED. Doctors won't say it, um, but I know that's what it is. Medicines. There's actually, that I know of, no specific medicine for IED because there's not enough knowledge about it, not enough research. I'd go talk to a psychiatrist right now about my IED. I'd have to spend 3 full days explaining everything to him about my IED. Just so that he could learn about it. You know, I'm a simple country guy. Spent 20 years living in the mountains of West Virginia. I live out here in Illinois, down by the river bottoms. I don't live down in the bottoms of the Mississippi River. Never lived down there again after 93. But I go visit there quite often. Well, somewhat. I used to quite often. The medicine I'm on that seems to be working, which, oh shoot, I haven't took my pills yet. Oh well, I'll take them after this. Um, the medicine I'm on seems to be working pretty good. Cymbalta. I'm not going to tell you a dosage or anything like that, but Cymbalta, duloxetine, seems to be helping. Maybe it's time for me to up my dosage though. Um, at night, I take that in the morning, or shortly after I get up. At night, I take trazodone to help me sleep. Because one of my worst things, one of my biggest triggers at night, is I hurt so bad I can't hardly move, or I move so much. I toss, I turn, just to try to get comfortable. It makes me mad. I get up, I start sweating. I you know, I have heat issues. I start sweating. I get hot. I start to get angry. So the trazodone helps me sleep. I take that 15, 20 minutes later, I'm ready to close my eyes and I'm out. So those are the two meds that I'm on. Do they help? Yes. Do they fix it? Pardon my language, but I'm going to say this the correct way. Hell no. Just like there's no fix for PTSD or bipolar disease or anything like that. You just medicate it. Doctors just medicate it and go on. There's no real medicine for IED. There's just stuff to help. Now, like I said, it's a mind thing. It's up here. It's your emotions. Here you feel your emotions. Here, your brain's constantly giving off your different levels of chemicals that go through your body. But you feel your emotions here or out here. You hear people say, yeah, he's got his emotions out on his sleeves. Well, I do. They are out on my sleeves. I feel them here. After an attack, an IED attack, I feel so bad about it, I go into another one. If I don't control it. When I got married to my first wife, to my ex-wife, I was pretty happy. Honestly, in that wedding, I showed more emotion then than I did in my second wedding. I truly found my forever woman. I thought I did with the first, and I did with my second. I truly found my forever. She's great, good to me. She can control my IED now that we know what it is. I don't think my ex-wife would have. Sorry if you're listening. But, oh, back to part one. Yeah, I got so many things rolling through my mind. I'm sorry, people. But back to part one real quick. I never did finish this because I jump around so much. With COVID-19, when I went to the ERs, we demanded my wife come in because she can help control my IEDs attacks. I go in normal, can't feel my arms or legs. I'm mad, irritated, ready to whatever because of it. Well, if I let my IED get away, boom, all of a sudden I'm up swinging. Okay? My mind takes over. So my wife always came in during COVID to the ER with me. Anywhere. It could be for whatever reason. It could have been, break my pinky. Same thing. She comes in because of the pain. So, anyway, back to my rest of the story here. As Paul Harvey would say, the rest of the story. With there not being as much knowledge about IED, you can find some out there on the internet, but there's not much. But anyway, learn from me. I can control mine pretty well. I haven't had a bad outburst in a while. And as soon as I go to sense it, I try to shut it down. I go lay down, whatever. So, find out what your triggers are. If you're having a lot of anger issues, medicines aren't working. They don't work when you're angry. Everybody knows that. When you go through that, and when you go through your triggers, if you think back what triggers this or that, then try to fix those triggers. Okay? Because if those triggers keep triggering and it's a recurring thing, then it's something you might be able to control and fix. It might be your spouse. It was with my first wife. if you figure that out, that's a trigger of yours, go talk to her. Go to counseling and talk to her about it. Fix your triggers. My main trigger right now is my pain. Where the doctors are trying to fix me. I'm trying to control my pain. I don't get the good pills because it's a chronic pain. My pain management doctor won't give me the good pills for it. I used to be an addict too, so I still am. So I understand why they won't give me the good pills. Although I wish they would, because I feel a whole lot better. But anyway, I'm rambling on now. There's so many things that I need and feel I want to talk about, that these little 15 minute videos just don't cut the time. But the end of this one, I'm going to say, fix your triggers. If you can fix your triggers, you can control your IED. And that goes with anything. Fix your triggers. All right? Well, I'm going to sign off here on this one. Part 2 complete. Thank you for listening. I hope you made it all the way through the videos. Some of the stuff I talk about is really rough. My grandmother won't watch my IED videos. I live with her. She sees it. It's hard for her to be able to see it, watch them. I hope my daughter reads these, because I think IED is a little bit hereditary. I hope my daughter sees these and listens to these. I've talked to her before about some of this stuff. Anyway, see you all later. Have fun. And my last how-to video at the end, or last whatever video about the bird feeders, I put buy from the Village Idiot. That's just me. I try to laugh things off, have a little bit of common sense. But it's Darren signing off. Have fun. Take it easy. See you on the next one.